everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today my topic is about the kidneys. I got my research from the Encyclopedia of the Human Body. Our kidneys are just as important as our other organs, such as our heart and our lungs. Let's find more about the function and how our kidneys help our bodies. Our kidneys help our bodies in many ways. One of the main ways is it filters excess water and waste particles from our blood. As blood enters our kidneys will slowly differentiate all the waste in the clean blood. Also, the kidneys make red blood cells. The red blood cells have an average of 120 days lifespan, so the kidneys keep this number maintained by making more and more every day. Finally, the kidney's job is to produce hormones, including to higher or lower blood pressure. People with good kidneys have a good blood pressure because the kidneys will constantly monitor if your blood pressure is too high or too low. We have two kidneys, but scientists don't know why. We have a 100% chance of surviving with two healthy kidneys, and we have a 65% of surviving with only one kidney. So why do we have two? There are two main theories. First, scientists think if one of our kidneys get damaged, we still have a spare or extra kidney, so our bodies can still function. Another theory is our bodies get used to the theory of bilateral symmetry. It's when we get split vertically in half and we have lots of traits on one side and the other. For example, our eyes, our ears, our legs, our arms are all examples of bilateral symmetry. So our body probably wants us to have two kidneys too. Our kidneys are sort of like this coffee filter in this picture over to my right. When water is poured over this cup, which has a coffee filter and some coffee powder on top, the coffee powder acts like the waste particles. The kidney does not let the waste particles get through, and the kidney acts like the filter. When the water is poured over it, only the water can get transferred deeper into the cup, which acts like the rest of our blood. This is how our kidneys will filter our blood. In this video by Mayo Clinic shows us, and when particles, which are the green stuff that enters our bloodstream, it eventually will reach the kidneys. And when it reaches the kidneys, there's a specific part called the glomerulus, which will separate them. The green stuff is the urine, which will eventually lead down a tube and go down to our bladder to urinate out. Moving on, our kidneys have three main parts. It is the cortex, the thin outer part, the medulla, the middle part, and then the renal pelvis, the inner part. Each of them has different keys to filter our blood. The cortex is one of our main parts because it contains little filtering units called nephrons. These nephrons have tubes extending down to the medulla and into the renal pelvis. Renal just means relating to the kidney. The medulla also regulates our blood levels, and also it regulates our urination levels. Our kidneys are about this big. They are, if you hold them to your lower half of your ribs, they are about 5 to 7 centimeters wide and 10 to 13 centimeters long, depending on how big of a person you are. Kidneys are relatively small organs, but they do a lot to us. However, people may have malfunctioning kidneys, which eventually will lead them to kidney transplants. This is the most common type of transplant, even though only 1 out of 10 adults in the world know they have kidney disease, which often leads to kidney transplants. Kidney disease develops eventually with cysts. This is a normal kidney, and this is a kidney developing cysts slowly and slowly. As the stages of diseases get worse and worse, the cysts will become bigger and swell up your whole body, including your feet. And the symptoms include fatigue, or you feel miserable, no appetite, and you will be very hard concentrating on certain activities. These kidneys can be replaced by some processes. Kidney transplants. Kidney transplants need skilled surgeons to perform this. We also need a healthy donated kidney. This kidney has to be it can't be malfunctioning, and it also has to include lots of the healthy nephrons that it needs to support the blood. Also, doctors need to inject a medicine inside your body so your body will not reject the organ. Any unfamiliar part of your body that's put inside will be immediately spit out, so the drug will help doctors a lot. And depending on the operations, kidney transplants can be from 2 to up to 4 hours. Furthermore, this is the structure of the nephron, or the filtering unit in our kidneys. We have a lot of nephrons, and they are located on the edge of our kidneys, shown in this picture. As our blood with wasted products goes into our kidneys, it is separated into different parts of our kidneys, and eventually it will reach the nephrons, or the very ends. And inside this microscopic image, there are nephrons, which is the purplish pinkish tube running in squiggly lines, which overlaps the glomerulus. The glomerulus is the main filtering part of our kidney. It is consisting of red blood vessels and blue vessels. And red vessels will contain the wasted blood, and the blue blood is the clean blood. The Bowman's capsule actually acts like a filter too, which surrounds the glomerulus. The waste products will eventually continue their journey down and up into this yellow tube, down to the aerator and into our bladder. It's a very complicated process, but nephrons can make this process act quicker. Each of these tubes that leads down to the aerator is 1 inch long. The process, as what I explained earlier, is on this list. The final product of our waste is turned into urine. Additionally, our kidneys maintain a steady blood supply. Our main blood supplies in our kidney is our renal artery, shown in red. Our renal artery delivers blood into our kidneys, while the renal vein lets the healthy blood back out. The renal arteries supply blood, and the renal veins carry blood away. So, in conclusion, it releases a lot of blood. Every hour, our kidneys will filter 125 pints of blood, and it also will only let 12 pints of blood into the nephrons at a time. Our kidneys have to work extra hard to get all this blood filtered. And with each heart's output or pump, the kidneys receive 1/4 of that. The rest of that blood goes to all our other body parts. but our kidneys will do a major job in filtering that blood for us. People who can't filter their blood on their own have to be attached to this machine. It will track and monitor how healthy their blood is and will filter out all the wasted products because their kidneys are not properly working. Our kidneys have a lot of amazing and fascinating features inside them. Even though they're so small, they do a lot of things. One fact is only 1% of all the blood that goes into our kidneys is turned into urine. And this is very relatively small, just because the blood passes in our kidneys at a very big amount. And all the wasted products is going down into our bladder. Also, this is the person who invented the Bowman's capsule. He did not actually invent the Bowman's capsule, but found out how the kidney filtered. And so in turn, he got a part named after him, the outer shell of the glomerulus called the Bowman's capsule. He is an English doctor, not only, but also a surgeon and an anatomist. Last, there is about 1 million nephrons in each kidney. These nephrons are very small, so it would make sense for our kidneys to have many of them surrounding the outsides of our kidneys. As a result, I think our kidneys are some of the main organs in our bodies. They are so important to me, so I hope I don't get any infections or diseases in my kidneys. I also hope that we can find out more about kidneys and reduce the disease and malfunctioning.